And you call me like, oh yeah, it's my boy, the printing press.
All right, welcome to the third episode. I'm happy that we've made it to the third episode. We're all happy and healthy.
Happy, healthy. Yeah.
But the thing I've got a problem with is, Rob, you don't have a topic again.
Can you dox my name again, bro? That's fine.
That's fine. You can dox my name.
Yeah. Well,
I've been thinking about, you know what? I've been also thinking about a name change for the channel.
Okay.
Because all of my English friends call me Mazza.
Okay.
Right?
How would
I've
you
been
spell
thinking-
that?
Mazza, maybe? I don't know.
Getting a little bit Middle Eastern there with the Mazar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That might be racism, so I'm just gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna fit better because try to say my name. My YouTube channel name.
Oh yeah, it's horrendous, but it's
Yeah,
short. Yeah. It is still short though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Mazza.
But
Mazza
there's
is really short.
there's moist critical. Penguin's eye.
Yeah.
It's not like
Or just critical.
it's not the smoothest, but it's just still short and manageable. But yeah, yours is actually like a like not just a basic word. It's actually like an encrypted message.
It is, and it's also kind of silly to say. Like someone left a comment where they like, this is the first comment I've ever gotten where someone has addressed me by my channel name.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh, that reads like shit.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get a good name though.
Yeah. I've been thinking about Mazza.
Okay.
Or Mazzatron.
Well, I thought it was
Mazzatron
going to be Mazza, aka the Fax Machine.
Fax Machine.
Yeah, you're the Fax Machine. What am I? If you're the Fax Machine, what am I?
Shit. What are you? The Daily Mail? You're the Daily Mail.
That's fucking boring. If you're the Fax Machine,
you can be you can be the Print Machine then.
they're too similar, lad. I was thinking like, I don't know. The Fax Machine's cool because it's like you're spitting facts, but also the Fax Machine. Like it's a 2-in-1. If you call me like, oh yeah, this is my boy the printing press. It's not. It's pretty basic. Are you alright?
Oh no, I love that. I love that. That's my boy the printing press.
Jesus Christ, that was not funny, but alright.
That was so funny. I fucking love that. That's my boy the printing.
Yeah, and it's just like some old grandpa. What did you say?
It's just ridiculous on the same level that like saying, oh yeah, that's my boy the Middle Ages, like the Dark Age, like it's fucking. I love it.
Okay, well,
no, okay,
I'll be the printing press. All right. I could be I don't know. I could be radio related. I don't know.
Radio does it?
I don't know. I just can't think of one. The Fax Machine is just plain and simple. Easy peasy.
Well, we can both be the Fax Machine. Because the Fax Machine has a lot of parts.
Right.
Right.
So the podcast is the Fax Machine. Is that going to be the name of the podcast? The Fax
That's
Machine.
not a bad name, to be honest.
Okay,
the Fax Machine.
We're going to change it, rebrand it, and you're going to have to make a little thumbnail with like the Fax Machine.
A fax. Yeah.
You could have
it's actually not bad. You can have the Fax Machine spit out the thumbnail of the.
Bro, I mean, you could. What's the like profile picture going to be? I don't know if it's too detailed, but I guess you could have a Fax Machine printing out and then a picture of both of our little icons or something. I don't know.
Is that really detailed? It's not that detailed. It's not that hard. Should be fine.
But if you wanted to include the anyway, well, you can work on the logistics of that. That's fine.
The logistics of that. Well, yeah, but I think I might change my name and I'll be hiring an artist pretty soon to like do me an actual icon because like I literally just have a green dot.
Yeah, but that's kind of pog.
Fine. What, you like the green dot?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, it kind of goes hard. Like, it doesn't. As long as the content's good, like, you can have whatever you want. I think it's kind of cool.
That flatters me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But also, if you get an artist, 99% of the time, you see YouTubers like that, it looks crummy.
Yeah.
It looks crummy, doesn't it? Just be honest, it doesn't look very good unless it's like kind of low key or like, you know what I mean? Like if it has to be a very specific art for it to be like, okay, that's cool, but also it doesn't stand out too much. It's not drawing too much attention to itself. Because if you see one where it's like a fucking furry version, then you're like, or just like an anime version of like what they look like. It's like, you know, bit cringe.
Well, you do make a point. You do make a good point. I was interested in having a some sort of a character, you know, because I want to start doing these.
Yeah,
types of
and then we'll
videos
get the
where,
face tracking VTuber. Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't gotten anywhere with that yet because I want to settle on a name.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my name. I'm not changing it anymore. Because right now, I can't use my name in videos, you know? Like, it's kind of weird. And I figured... Because do you know what the origin of Kocho is? So initially it was...
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, say.
I didn't... You just pronounced it in a way I didn't even really... I thought it was like Cool 0400, man.
Right, that's how you would say it. Yeah, that's how
do you not have the characters of your language in English, so you put the numbers in?
Well, actually, in the non-disclosed country where I'm from, we just use some letters sometimes when online, obviously only online.
Yeah.
We use some digits instead of letters.
Yeah.
And it's just a shorthand. I mean, the 4 would be CH. So but call 401 sorry, 1000. It comes from the word, because you're meant to read it Kocho sto, but the reason I came up with it is because ko in in a non-disclosed country language is a pole. So basically, I was year 4, and I was creating my Dark Orbit account. Have you ever played Dark Orbit? I think we've talked about this before.
We might have talked. I might have talked about it in the first podcast, but we got scrapped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Dark Orbit is sick, but
also, was that
my account?
Was that the multiplayer ship game where you?
Yeah. So I was creating my account there, and I was like, I don't know what should I call myself, and then I was like, for whatever reason, a pole was in my head, so I was like, what's a human version of a pole? So I was like, Kocho, and then that was taken, so I added the 100.
Culture 100.
Yeah, but
sounds like Culture 100.
Yeah, you know what really made me consider changing it? Kocho is actually a village in Africa. So if you Google Kocho, you get like villages in Africa.
That's not good. Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not great. I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't want to be appropriating anyone's village.
Spitfix.
Yeah, so I think, and people already call me Maza, so I'm like,
Mazzy Poos, yeah.
It just works. Well, sometimes they say Mazatron, so I don't know between Maza and Mazatron. Maza seems like elegant.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's easy for other people to address me. You know, they don't have to fucking spend 5 hours decrypting the way my name is pronounced.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me get into my first topic, which is also the reason why I sound like this. Some of you might have thought, oh, well, you sound like you've fucking been sucking cock until now. No, surprisingly, I haven't been.
Oh, you haven't been? Fair enough.
Yeah, actually, I'm fasting.
Wow.
I'm doing a 3-day fast.
Wait, oh, you dumb. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, no, that was it. I was just, I'm just doing a 3-day fast.
So you're not eating for 3 days?
Yeah, just water. And I was fine, but I just had a big walk. And now I feel really exhausted.
Yeah, because you haven't got any protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna lose muscle. You're going to lose muscle. Is what's gonna happen because
you don't lose that much. I've done a bunch of research on it, and like you don't lose that much muscle. And what's important for me isn't whether I keep or lose muscle, right? I've got a lot of fat on me, and apparently, obviously I'm not a doctor, right? This is just some stuff I read online, so I don't know if it's true. So just whatever. What I read was as long as you have fat, your body will burn the fat, and I've got quite a bit of fat. I've got a really fat ass. I mean, I look like a pear.
That's why.
Right?
That's why you just don't eat carbs, and then you'll
true,
burn the fat.
True. But I wanted to, because I've just gotten off of a big bulk session, and I've built a really bad habit of eating junk, and I've been struggling to stop. Right. And I'm hoping that this acts as a bit of a reset. And keep in mind, I still work out. Like I'm still going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like yesterday and next Tuesday, I'm going to the gym, but Sunday and Monday are usually rest days for me. And I've done fasting before. I did a 1-day fast before, and I've been doing intermittent fasting for a while.
Yeah.
But I just think this is really gonna, I hope, will help me. And also, I'm not drinking any energy drinks, and I hope this will help me stop, because I feel a craving for energy drinks specifically in the morning rather than just the caffeine, and I'm starting to get a bit worried because I shouldn't be. Like, it doesn't matter whether they're good or bad or whatever. I shouldn't be addicted to anything.
It's one of those things that, because I've had energy drink. I had 2 this weekend. One, I'm having one now. I had one today. Had one yesterday, just because I saved it until then. Because I got a meal deal. Tap that on the end of the meal deal for value. I got that pink one, the ultra pink one. Monster.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, it's good. It tastes very similar to the other one. I guess they just choose a slightly different flavoring. Anyway, but yes, obviously every other day though, I only drink water. That's the only liquid I drink. Actually, I have been having protein shakes a little bit, and I also got this fucking god awful green powder as well. My guts have been a real mess, honestly. It's been really stressful. I can't tell if it's a combination of my stress, trying the new green juice in the mornings. I just stopped doing it. It's just you can get all different kinds of powders, but it's just like those fucking podcasts. It's basically like AG1, basically, a version of that. Yeah. But to be fair, I already get a lot of veggies in my diet, and I take a lot of vitamins and minerals in my din-dins as well. I think once you the best thing about it, like not having any drinks or having anything really sugary often, having it every now and then, is when you do have it, it's so much better. It's so much better in every way. And I think every now and then your body kind of needs it, at least for me, because I don't eat very much normally, so I can kind of it kind of fills that little part of me, and then I can go, and then but when you do it like that, you don't crave it, but when you do have it, it's really good. And the worst thing is that when you have too much of it, when you eat too much crap, like for me, like during the weekends when I'm not preparing meals for myself, I eat too much crap too quickly, like, and I always, you know what I mean, I can't have a little bit. I always just eat everything, and then I feel bad. But I'm glad you're doing that, and I think especially for caffeine, like for me, when I have caffeine, bro, I'm like fucking, I like having a Monster. I feel like high during the day. I'm like, this is amazing. But if you have it every day, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, my schedule has been an energy drink in the morning.
Jesus.
Which will be, it depends on the day. So if I'm going to the gym, because I usually go to the gym in the morning, because I've been waking up at 6 every morning.
Yeah.
Then if it's a gym day, I wake up at 6 and I have, like, have you ever heard of this energy drink called Hell?
No, is that literally HELL?
Yeah. The only reason I get those is because for one, they're really cheap, and you can get them in like a small, like really tiny canister, right? So they have like 70 milligrams of caffeine or something, and so 2 of those equal the same amount of caffeine that you'd get in a Monster. Right. So what I do is I'll drink one of those after I wake up. Like, I'll just drink it full.
Bruh.
Then I'll go to the gym. I use that energy to go. And then the other one I save for work, because I've got this weird habit now, and I hope fasting will help me with this, where if I'm at work in the morning, I need to have an energy drink next to me. And it's not even about the energy, I don't think. Yeah. It's just like I like having something there for my hand to reach and drink. But for whatever reason...
That's a big part of it for me as well, yeah. I know, because at least since I've been having energy drink, like now I've literally, in the last few months, have literally happened to go out and get meal deals just because maybe I've been missing out on not making my lunch properly. It is definitely that. It is definitely more about the habit and the ritual of doing it. It's so strange, but it literally forms a new habit, it feels like, because now I'm like excited to drink this thing. Whereas if I was just drinking water, you're just drinking water. There's no downside, but there's also no like high or upside. You're just in the middle. And I think that's another thing when you have it that often. Again, whenever you have any kind of stimulant or carbohydrate, like there's the high of eating it and consuming it, and then there's always being tired afterwards, it messing up your day afterwards. But to be fair, with energy drinks, when it's got caffeine in it, you don't really realise how tired you are. Because I wouldn't say I crash, but just from me having one yesterday, today I was like, I'm excited to drink the next one. It's gonna be great.
I know, right? Yeah.
And I think we said the same thing, but I drink it like steadily throughout the day. I've still got a tiny little bit left, but I started hours ago, so I don't drink it all in one go. Yeah. But yeah, it's just not good for you. It's just yeah. I think for me especially, I just want to get to the point, at least when I'm being good, of just drinking water, eating clean. Cold showers definitely help for sure. Especially when working out.
You've been telling me all about that, Jesus.
Yeah.
You've really been.
I think my brain doesn't work though, because everyone says they feel like fucking high after it. I don't get like really like that really good feeling. I just get normal. I just feel flat and normal. And just like I said, when I work out at the end of the day, that is my only time I really enjoy myself, because I just feel, I don't want to say nothing, but I've you know what I mean, my body just resets to just normal. So there's no like, I'm not like anxious or depressed or whatever. I just feel normal.
Yeah.
And that's the baseline I'm chasing. So when people like they just think you're not happy, but it's just like, I'm just, you know what I mean, I'm just in the middle, I'm just coasting. That's where I want to be.
I've actually heard that a lot.
It's really hard. It's really hard to get there though. And if I'm not drinking Monsters, which I don't normally, if I'm not, I'm having a few biscuits in the evening. I'm obviously eating some crisps. And I still haven't got, food is just the most addictive thing. Even though I'm not gaining weight, and I'm still probably eating in a calorie deficit, and I'm still eating healthy and still like okay. It's hard to cut those little things out.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I find a similar thing with, so, because what you said about, feeling shit afterwards, I find
it's like a seesaw. It's just like it goes up and down.
You get really addicted. People don't even realize this, but half of the time when you feel hungry, it's not actual hunger.
Yeah, you got to weigh it out. You'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a craving that you get in your stomach. It's like, oh, give me something tasty. And I've been noticing this especially now, because I'm like, I don't feel the pain of hunger. I feel a craving that I want to put something in my mouth, which should not be taken out of context. But I just want something to consume. And, because like a Pringles is like a staple. But this Friday, actually, right before I started the fast,
Yeah.
I read the can of Pringles. Do you know how much calories a regular can of Pringles has?
No.
Nearly 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at the back, like, it's near, because they obviously
Depends on the
do a
flavoring, I guess, as well.
portion, and then they'll do the 100 grams.
Sometimes they just do the portion and they don't tell you the whole thing. It's really annoying.
Yeah, and do you know how much a portion of Pringles is meant to be?
Yeah.
30 grams. What?
Yeah.
The can itself, like a regular one, is 185.
Yeah, okay.
How do you expect me to eat just 30 grams of that? That is...
It's too delicious.
No one does that. Yeah, no one does
Yeah,
that.
well, again, yeah, I'm still in that point in my life, obviously, where our bodies can kind of just bounce back. So it's not the end of the world, but yeah, I think realistically, yeah, you just got to start getting out of the bad habits as soon as possible, and just
Yeah, it's not a bad, like, as I said, I'm not really getting fat, but I know that if I don't stop this, I will be getting fat pretty soon. And not only that, but when I realized that it's almost 1,000 calories, it hit me like, if this was 1,000 calories of steak,
yeah,
I would be happy because my body would be getting protein to build itself. Meanwhile, I'm just giving it complex carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And the only thing that does is harm my body. So
it does. It sucks, but yeah, it's really weird, and also, it's just, yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard.
And I try to avoid sugar, but you know, because of the bulk, I've been indulging, and also it's been summer, so it's been really hard. Summers are always the hardest. But I have been indulging, and you really don't appreciate how much of a drug sugar is.
It is the drug, yeah, for sure.
It is, yeah. It's really something, because I had a period of like 3 or 4 years of no sugar, and going back to sugar is like, I can't just have a bit of this cake. I want the entire cake.
Yeah.
cannot
Apparently,
just
it is
have
better though to. It's healthier technically to binge eat on like literally a day, and then eat and then be like properly regimented and clean most of the other time, and then every now and then.
Yeah,
But
I
if you
would
actually
imagine.
space it out, I think it's technically worse for you or something. When you said you had 3 or 4 years of no sugar, like what? Did you still eat bread and pasta and stuff?
So I ate a bit of bread.
Oh, a little
But-
bit of bread, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
no
I would
sugar.
have the occasional sandwich, but like
What were you
sugar
eating?
is in so many things that you cannot.
Also,
avoid. And
how have you done that and then gone back to it? That's for 3 or 4 years, and you gave up.
so I didn't give up. I sort
Oh,
of
wasn't it
in
when you were probably
intentionally-
losing weight, weren't you, as well?
Yeah, I was losing. So I was really light. I was like getting really, really skinny, and I realized eating sugar is only like adding fat to my body.
Yeah.
So it's not the greatest thing, but I was like, I was trying to bulk up just to like get my body to look normal rather than just like a bone
Like mine does,
structure.
skeletal. Yeah, mine's skeletal for sure.
Yeah, it was almost an aesthetic, and I know this sounds weird. It's like, oh, what, I'm trying to put weight to look normal, but yeah, I was genuinely that skinny that it was weird. I just looked weird. You could see all of my ribs and everything. So
Yeah.
and I was struggling to put on weight eating regular stuff. I would even go out and like eat McDonald's and frozen pizzas and all the shit you can think of.
Yeah.
But and this is like, if you start like eating proper sugar, because obviously like pizza will have a bit of sugar in there.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah,
More than people think, basically.
Yeah,
Anything
there is-
processed always has sugar in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there is sugar in McDonald's, even if you don't think that.
Oh yeah, it's a
burger
savoury
would
meal.
have
Absolutely
sugar.
loaded with
It
sugar.
has sugar.
It
Yeah,
has a lot, yeah.
load of sugar. And but when you go into the sweets, like actual sweets,
Yeah.
I saw 10 kilos in like 3 months. I think I've told you about this, but yeah, I started putting on a lot of weight, and I found it really hard to stop. Like I would enter Tesco and I would see, I don't know if you've seen them, but I think they're called like goo G and then the U with the weird dots on top.
Yeah.
There are these cakes in like a what is it called? Like a glass container, I don't know.
Yeah.
And every time I would enter and see them on sale with the club card sale,
Yeah.
I would just buy them. And
Yeah.
it's like I end up eating so much shit. And then I'll have like crisps, which most of them will have sugar as well.
Yeah, and also sunflower. I am quite concerned. Apparently, sunflower oil is really bad for you.
It's really bad.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
they
know
always have
this.
it in it. They always have it sunflower on it.
Yeah. I didn't know how bad sunflower oil was for you.
It's real bad. Yeah.
And my entire life, I've seen my mom just dump like kilos of sunflower oil.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah. Since then, I've been using butter or olive oil for everything, extra virgin.
Yeah,
Because-
I have like vegetable oil or olive oil. Yeah, and butter.
Yeah, because
and cream as well instead of milk and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for example, you make a scrambled eggs, put cream in it. It's way better.
Okay.
It's better
I
for
might give
you,
that a go.
and it's way more nice. It's delicious. It's delicious. Way more
Yeah,
nice.
I might give that a go. Because, but basically my point with that was...
Yeah.
It's really hard to break the habit afterwards because of all the little things that will have sugar and they'll sort of like lead you in. And I remember when I was like...
It's a battle. Every day is a fucking battle.
It is.
Every day.
It absolutely is. Initially, when I was stopping sugar the first time, I just went cold turkey. So like I just didn't eat any sugar, and all I was eating at that time was literally every day I would eat a Greek salad and steak. That's it. Nothing else. Greek salad and steak.
That's good.
I was avoiding bread, everything. No sauces, no nothing. Greek salad, bread. That's it.
Did you notice change of your mood? Because for me, immediately when I eat carbohydrates, I can tell I'm inflamed and I'm literally in a worse mood because of the inflammation. And it's quite subtle, but I notice it. Like, for example, just like you were fasting. Like I was fasting until 2:00 of quite a few days last week and the week before. I think I kind of stopped it a little bit now because I think if I'm hungry, I need to concentrate. So I'm still just kind of eating, but yeah, my mind is so clear when I haven't eaten.
Yeah, when I haven't eaten. Sorry.
Yeah, well, a lot of people they're like recommend kind of like don't eat until like 2:00 and then get all your work done in that time, and then eat during that other period, and it's going to be a little bit slower down, but you've already completed most of your work.
Yeah, intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
I've found out that when I'm hungry, I have the most focus, and I work out hungry. Most people will like eat before gym. Like I have a gym buddy, and he will insist that he eats before gym.
Thing is, it's possible if you don't have carbs. If you don't have carbs, you will not be like for me. Like when I eat a keto meal, like I eat a keto meal, I feel full. There is no downside. None of my energy is taken away from me. I eat the meat, eat the vegetable. I feel nothing. Like that's why it's so good. But if I have even a small piece of bread, I'm gonna basically fall asleep after eating it every time.
Yeah. Well, I have noticed. So for me, for one, is I have a problem where I cannot like if I have something on my plate, I'll never leave it. I need to eat everything that I've prepared. Excuse me, and I'll usually like prepare a bunch of food, and even if it's a keto or even if it's just meat, which I often have, I will still feel kind of slow because I'll just stuff myself full of it. I feel like a dog, like I can't stop myself eating, but I do definitely feel like a difference between because I feel like if I stuff myself like a keto or just meat, I feel like 10-20 minutes I'm fine.
Yeah.
But especially pasta, if I eat pasta,
Oh.
I actually feel like shit.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I don't feel normal again until a few hours in the morning of the next day, until it's finally worn off, and I'm like, okay, I'm because there's that period of time in the morning before you eat lunch. Because me, I don't eat breakfast. There's that period of time in the morning where your body's like, okay, we've We've gotten rid of all of the crap you put in us. We're now back to normal. Don't put crap in us again. And then the cycle repeats. So like, oh man, I feel great again. I actually fancy a sandwich. Yeah. It's so hard. It is so difficult. And for me, because I have an acidic stomach, I'm most of the time in pain in my stomach, and it's really hard to tell when I'm hungry or whether my stomach's acidic. And I think it's kind of recommended that you actually have lots of little meals, but lots of little meals is always going to be carbs. Like when you're having little, like it's hard to just like it's really difficult. I don't know why, but my body it wants the carbs. Like if I had a healthy option and a carb option next to each other, I don't know why. Like sometimes I bring like literally like Jacob's crackers, like butter on crackers. I bring like 6 of those little butter on crackers in a box. Every time I want to eat it, every time I'm done after eating it, I feel worse off for it. But I want to eat it like way more than a healthy option. Like my body is dying for it. I don't know why. And it's the strangest thing.
Yeah, well, I've heard that, I mean, carbs themselves are not necessarily bad. It's the type of carb that you have and how often you do. Because I know that some athletes will like carb load before like
that's when you're like you're sweating and you're working hard. You're physically losing all of the nutrients out your body because you're using like energy.
Yeah, and but for
very rare people are achieving that. Yeah, very rarely.
Yeah, what I find is, for me, it just makes sense to eat and live in a way that my ancestors did, because my body didn't change, like my genetics didn't change much since then. So it just makes sense. Like
it's why exercise is so important. It's why.
A hunter-gatherer, most of the time, would, if you think about it, they would have like, they would catch, I don't know, they would kill like a moose or whatever, and they will eat until they're fed, then they'll go to sleep, and then they'll hunt again, or
hunt again all morning without eating, probably until they get the kill, until they get the meal, and then they eat dinner at night. And I assume something like that.
Yeah, they're not gonna be just, oh, I'm gonna have a bit now, oh, I'm gonna have a bit then, because food expires.
I think
you don't have a fridge.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is just, which I'm trying to tell myself, but it gets really hard, is food is fuel and nothing else. But it is nothing else. Like it's not for your pleasure or your enjoyment. It's not. Healthy food doesn't taste very good because it's not necessarily supposed to, but it's not about what you think it's about in your brain. But you can't tell your brain not to crave it. But it's not. It's just fuel. And you just have to treat it like fuel.
Yeah, there's a lot of healthy stuff that I find really tasty. Like, avocados taste nice, cucumbers, tomatoes. Tomatoes.
I mean, I literally eat cucumber peppers every day. I literally eat cucumber peppers.
That sounds sick.
And then a piece of meat. Normally I get chicken. Sometimes I still have like egg and bacon. But I think I might start to stop that. I might keep the egg and just give up on bacon, because I think the bacon is too oily. I think it's making my stomach acidic, and it's quite a lot of salt and not that much meat. I don't think. I don't know how protein. I think honestly just chicken. I think if I could eat chicken breast every day, and vegetables,
I don't think that's necessarily healthy. I think you should definitely have like beef and pork and fish.
I do. Yes, I have fish and pork in dinner meals, but then lunch every day is basically, if I could, I'd probably just have chicken breast, because it's literally it's just basically one of the cleanest meats and the cheapest meats, and it's just
in the undisclosed country that I come from, a really common dish is just pig fat. Like it's just pure pig fat, and basically we have this tradition for Christmas where every Christmas.
Is it like in a liquid form? Or is it like sliced out? Like, is it like...
No. So yeah, it's sliced out. So every Christmas, if you live in a village or
is it
like you have
chewy,
connections to
or do they cook it till it's crispy?
So it depends. So basically, what you do is you kill a pig. You gather the entire family. You maybe invite some friends over. You kill a pig, and you cook it. And people will just like slice out the fat and then save it. So I actually don't know what you do with the like process when like my dad would do it. I don't know. But then for winter, you'd be able to pull it out. And what people will do is like sometimes they'll like chop it up and put it on a grill, and then it becomes like sort of chewy, but oftentimes they'll just have it like that. Like I know the preservation process sort of changes it, like it's not like raw fat, but it's similar, and they'll have it with like I don't know, like an alcoholic drink or something. And I saw somewhere that was saying that, you know, if you're a hunter-gatherer, right? Obviously, this isn't good for a modern age sort of lifestyle where you're sitting in front of a computer all day and then you're going to bed and then you wake up and you go to a computer again. Like fat like that is really good, so that, you know, if you don't have food, your body has fat reserves.
Absolutely, yeah. And cold conditions, that's the main thing. It's probably, you got to imagine that human beings were dealing with the cold way more as well. So
yeah, and I just because I've been looking at what kind of stuff people in my country have been eating, because obviously my genetics come from that, and you know, there's some people that are better adapted at consuming carbohydrates. There's other people that fucking suck at it, right? So yeah, you sort of have to know yourself, and
that's the annoying
different.
part. Yeah, is everyone is different, and everyone behave like, yeah, your body behaves differently to different things.
Yeah, that's why we have dietitians to examine you and tell you what might be good for you. And yeah, I've been looking at that, and I noticed it's a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat. Like the majority of it is meat.
For some reason, I'm pretty sure it causes the least amount of inflammation, and it is obviously easily the most important and most nutrient rich thing you can eat.
Yeah,
which makes sense because
Did you know my grandma would eat like the brain of the chicken?
Yeah, I think you said before, it's horrific.
Yeah, she'd eat the brain.
Are there not parasites in there? Seriously,
I don't know. I fuck if I know. But she's fine. She's still alive.
She's got all that extra brain in her skull now. What's going?
It's just like they will never, like, if you get someone from the older generation, they will never waste anything of the animal. Like they'll eat the entire. My mom, this one time, I don't know if I ever told the story, but my mom came in my room and she had this little yellow bowl and she was like, "Oh, would you like to try this?" And I was like, what is this? And she's like, "It's meat, try it." And I tried it and I was like, "That tastes disgusting." And she's like, "Yeah, because it's boiled cock balls, like rooster balls."
Oh.
And that's when I lost trust in my mom. I haven't trusted her since then, because that was disgusting. But this is what I mean. Like they don't waste any part of it. And when it comes to veggie, it's mostly tomato and cucumber, which is, I think, a very sort of undisclosed region of European-ish. A lot of people from that region do the same thing, which I love. I have cucumber and tomato as often as possible. I mean, I've never had like a period of 3 days where I won't have one of the two.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's so easy, and for me, cucumber as well. Just like, I don't know,
cucumber slap.
It's good. It's good for you. It tastes like, you can't complain about the taste.
It's cheap.
Gets the fiber in. You get your poops out. It's important.
It's cheap. It's fucking cheap.
Yeah,
that's really important as well.
And I think they're available year round mostly, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, everything's available year round now.
I know.
Welcome to the modern world, baby. Hell yeah.
Still, stuff is still seasonal.
Well, yeah, in reality. But fuck that.
No, I'm saying
you know-
they literally. I don't
Sorry,
think
go
they have certain things at certain times, like even in supermarkets. I'm pretty sure, but
Impossible. They always have everything.
I don't
Have you been to Tesco? Jesus Christ. They
Jesus
always have
Christ!
everything.
Okay.
Tesco is insane.
Would you say they're popping off?
I love Tesco. Shout out to Tesco. If you're ever in the UK, go Tesco. Actually, Tesco has been expanding into Europe. They've got like Hungary. Hungary's got Tesco.
Amazing.
That was mind blowing to me.
That's.
There you go. That's some useful info. But shit, I was gonna say something and then I forgot. Oh fuck. Oh, what was I gonna tell you? What were we talking about? Cucumber? Oh yeah, I've been looking for a desk plant. But like, if you just Google desk plants or whatever, they're all boring. I want something that will yield something. So I've been thinking whether I should plant myself like a strawberry bush or whatever you'd call it, or pepper thing, cucumber. I've been wondering, like, I want to do something because I think it would be cool because then I can sort of, take care of it. One thing has been a bonsai tree.
Yeah.
So apparently, I don't know how much you know about bonsai trees, but apparently they're really care intensive. Like, you need to trim them down constantly. You need to like take care of them, water them, wash them, do all of these things for these trees. Yeah. So this is the way, because I reacted the same way, and someone explained this to me like this. They were like, you need to take them out of the vase and like just sink the roots into water, like in a bathtub or something like that.
It just a clear bit of water. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. I don't know why you do it, and I don't know if you do it. This is just what I've been told. Yeah. And you need to take like really good care, or they die. Like, you let them grow too big, they die.
But how did these things exist in the wild then?
So you can't let them grow big, but you need to like trim them in the right way to. I don't actually know how they live or how they survive, and it's because of trees and plants like these that I think we're in a simulation, because there's some stuff that actually doesn't make sense. Like, how did you survive without humans?
Yeah, that's so specific.
But I've been thinking about something like this because that seems like a discipline thing. Like, I feel like it would also somehow help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is really specific, and it's a lot for me to know. But have you ever had a plot allotment?
No, I haven't done any kind of farming, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
kind of growing.
While I was growing up, I did a lot of farming.
Yeah.
And, my parents did, and I was sort of around them. And I was helping out, and I know, like, what you're sort of meant to do, but it's actually, like, a proper science. Like, my parents will know, like, okay, so it's this time of year, I need to plant this, that kind of soil, and fertilize it with this kind of thing, and then do these kind of things to it while it's growing, and then put this and leave this much space in between them, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, how do you know all of these things?
Yeah.
How do you remember them? And the answer is, if you don't, you die in the past when they grew up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that'll make you work hard.
Yeah, that will make you work hard. And obviously, it's just because they and their family was always in the village. Like, I am really the first generation of my family to, grow up in the city, because I grew up in the city. I didn't grow up in the village, but
yeah,
I still was exposed to it. And it's kind of nice. It's nice to, have a garden and look after it, and then have plants. Because right now, every summer, I'll go back to my dad's house. I wake up in the morning and I'll just go to the garden, grab a cucumber and a tomato fresh out of the plant and cut it and eat it. And it's great. Like, the feeling is nice. It makes you feel like a good person for whatever reason. But it makes you feel like you're doing something good, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if, you know, if people put anything in their produce or whatever. All I know is I went outside, I grabbed it, I ate it. I like that. It's nice.
Yeah.
And I want to have a garden already, but I'm stuck in an apartment for now, so that sucks. But yeah. Now, on to the next topic that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And my topic is, why do you find it hard to find a topic?
Right, that's all
I
we've got
think
time
it's
for.
fair.
I mean, we cut it short. So yeah, you know, good.
I think
good
it's
podcast.
fair.
That's good. I know we did
I
good.
think it's hold on. I think it's fair that each of us should bring at least one topic. Now I'm bringing two, because I'm the MVP. You should have a topic. Explain yourself.
Yeah.
The pressure is on. You need to say something.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What is there? If you thought that much about bringing a topic, you'd have a topic.
Well, no, because I'm thinking now and I haven't thought of a topic, so that doesn't really make sense, does it?
No. Like, what did you find? Like, it doesn't need to be anything like special or specific. Like, it's literally like the randomest thing. Like, just think about like what were you thinking about during your week?
Well, what I'm thinking about right now is trying to get a big SSD to put footage on. And I've just looked at my second PC, and I don't think I've got a second room on the motherboard for another NVMe drive. And I'm currently rocking 2 NVMe drives in my main PC. So
Oof.
I'm just thinking you can get a 4 terabyte, like fairly fast, like pretty fast M.2 SSD for £164 right now.
It's a really good deal.
And it costs £15 to get a PCIe whatever extender to grab another thing. And I'm thinking I could even swap the drive between the two PCs quite easily. Or should I get...
I find that a hassle.
To be fair, I could just edit it if I'm going to edit it, which I should need to. I could just edit it on my second PC anyway. Just keep it on my second PC. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, £164. Bit pricey, but I think the fucking absolute scam that was the the Elgato. To be fair, I think the Elgato is more for like recording footage rather than streaming it, because I think streaming it is always going to be rubbish quality until I get Twitch partnership, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm thinking about that. That's what I'm thinking about. But thinking about during the week, what I was thinking about during the week is...
Well, hold on. I just wanted to say, because I've got a very similar problem to you. I'm preparing this big, long video about... Actually, I won't say. But I'm preparing this long, big video, and the footage that I have for it, like, really quickly exceed... Because you also want to have it in good quality.
It's got to be in good quality. It takes up so much room.
It takes so much, and I've got, like, hours of gameplay.
Oh yeah, hours of gameplay. No, I filled up 500 gigs in about...
Oh, that's not...
in a very small play session, and it overrun. Because it overrun, it corrupted the file. So I was like, okay.
Oh, what are you doing MP4?
I don't know what I was doing it in. I was doing it on like the second to highest quality, I think, with the OBS Labs will put out.
Yeah, but like, was the file form? Because if you do file format MP4, if anything happens, it's just corrupted. It's gone. It's fucked.
Yeah, but mine is MP4. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think WAV fixes that. I'm not sure what fixed it, because I do MP4 and I've had that happen to me a few times.
Oh no, it's not. Sorry, I put .mp4 on the end of it. It's actually an AVI file, and this PC can't open AVI files for some reason. My second PC. It's just a Windows thing. I don't know.
Do you need an extension for it? Because I actually don't know.
I don't know how to open it.
But I was gonna say I've got like hours of footage, and I've got a 4 terabyte hard drive. Right?
I have a bunch of 12 terabyte hard drives. If you want some.
Nah, I'll be fine. But I've got a 4 because I don't need the hard drives because it's impossible to edit the footage on a hard drive.
Too slow.
Yeah. So I've got.
That's for archiving. It would be
exactly.
eggs, but,
exactly. Yeah. But I've got a 4 terabyte hard drive. I've got a 2 terabyte SSD and then another 2 terabyte SSD.
Yeah.
So the first 2 terabyte SSD has like my Windows and gaming and all of that junk. And then what I usually do is as I'm recording, I'll make the recording get saved on the hard drive.
Yeah.
Just in case it gets like really big, and then I'll move it on. Right. So I was saying, yeah. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So then I move everything from the hard drive onto the SSD for editing. But I've genuinely had so much footage that both are overflowing. Because obviously I don't have all the space on my hard drive free because I've got archives of old stuff that I kind of want to keep. And I don't want more hard drives. I want SSDs. But I find it so difficult because also I don't do this long videos all the time because this, like, after being edited and scripted and everything, I think will exceed an hour.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll actually release the entire video like I expected, like in one go. I think I'll split it into parts because I genuinely don't think anyone has time for an hour of a video. Like, podcast is different. You can put it in the background and it doesn't matter. But a video, you kind of have to be watching it.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone has time for that. I certainly don't have time. Sometimes I do, and I do enjoy, like, do you know Pyrocynical?
Yes, unfortunately, I do not rate his content at all. He's an annoying little bastard.
I love him. I love him. He does.
Oh, he just sits there like most commentary channels offer no meaningful commentary or insight. They just talk about something and go, "That's pretty crazy, right, guys?"
I don't think you've seen his content in a while, have you?
Yeah, but some of his documentary, I just
the documentary stuff.
It's just not. But again, it's all about uninteresting, unimportant internet stuff. That's the only problem as well. Because you could care about it, but also if you didn't know about that information, your life would have been fine without it. Just one of those things.
I find it quite interesting, and he had this one video.
But just to say, the commentary videos are probably way better than when he's just talking about random shit to get views.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's more effort. It's a narrative, blah blah blah. I'm sure it's way better. So
it is really hard to put food on the table with like long commentary videos like that because they take so long to make, and like people have this idea of like, oh, AdSense, the ads will pay you like loads of money. They'll make you a millionaire. Not they fucking.
What is AdSense? What does that even mean?
So AdSense is the way you get paid on YouTube. So, I mean, it's an old platform now. They don't use it anymore. But AdSense is basically what puts the ads on your videos and then pays you for it. And, most people assume that just making one video will like get you like loads of money. But like most of the time, obviously if you're massive, that's a different story. But, 100K views, right, it depends on a lot of things because it depends on like where your audience is based in, what content are you actually showing, because for gaming specifically it's really low. CPM, which is like how much you get per 1,000 views, is really really low on gaming videos. Right. Because what kind of ads is YouTube meant to show on these videos? And most gamers, you go to watch a gaming video, you're not gonna buy a fucking, I don't know, loan or whatever it's on the ad. So ads don't pay that well. And for 100k views, you might make £200-300.
Yeah.
You know, which if you're big, you know, that can add up. But if you release one video a month, that's not going to put food on your table.
Yeah, it's all relative to your current situation for sure.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, if you're going hungry and you still have to put out content as if you're not going hungry, it's difficult.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, then the entire point is, you know, I get why people... And I might do some commenting as well. Like, people watch YouTubers. I mean, I know you don't. You might, but as far as I know, you don't.
I do, just not trash.
Watch YouTubers for personality, not for content. Like,
yeah, because they actually have something interesting to say and there's something to actually offer rather than just, hey, there's some crazy news this week, guys. Oh, someone's done a bad thing. Wow.
Whatever PewDiePie posts, I would genuinely just watch it. Because I know that whatever he does has his sort of personality in it, and it's interesting because of that personality. Like the last 2 years, all he's been doing is just like reviewing.
It's just saying the N-word over and over again. It's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
He's out of control. He's
been like reviewing Reddit stuff, and like I am on Reddit all the time, and I've seen half the stuff, but it's still genuinely entertaining to me, and I get the value in that.
When I used to, I haven't watched him in a while, but when I used to watch him, and even when he did technically low effort Reddit videos, they're at least presented well, and it doesn't feel like he's just sat there going, "Oh, that's funny, that's cool." I did feel like that he has enough of a personality that you do feel like there is a meaningful piece of content at the very least.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give him
he's also a relic. Like, he's a relic from the Filthy Frank time period. I don't know if did you watch Filthy Frank? You must have, obviously.
Obviously, the goat.
Yeah. Like, that was a different era. Like, I feel like that was peak kind of YouTube content.
Yeah.
I used to love Filthy Frank, and iDubbbz and PewDiePie are sort of like relics from that time, the survivors. Because most people, I mean, Markiplier as well, and like Jacksepticeye, but I don't really watch them anymore. I used to love Jacksepticeye. I used to watch him all the time. But eventually, Let's Plays get old. Like, when I was a kid, I had enough time to just sit there and watch Let's Plays all the time. And also, I didn't have, money to buy games. So the only way to experience them is through these Let's Players.
For me personally, if I'm watching someone I enjoy playing a story game, I'll watch the entire playthrough. I'll get all of the satisfaction of watching the game, so I don't have to go play it myself. And I watch some videos. Like, I don't need to buy the game. I will watch it through and go, okay, cool. I understand the game because I've watched the entire playthrough, and I don't have to spend 50 quid on a game. I can just watch. Like, it's just, for me, it's almost always better.
Yeah, that's how I used to feel as a kid, but now I kind of feel like I don't want to watch your playthrough because I'm probably gonna play the game.
But you're gonna make content on it, so it's different.
Well, not always. I mean, I play. What's a recent example? I played Sekiro. I played Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice or whatever.
Did you record it?
No, I didn't, because I'm not gonna make any content on it. Because I don't think
it's a bit of an old
cares.
game, to be fair. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I love the game. It's really fun. It's really fun for me to play. But I don't see. I mean, this is kind of rich coming from the person who made a video on Assassin's Creed Origin in 2023. But to be fair, if you've watched that video, you know the point is not the game. Have you watched that video of mine? I think you did. Yeah, you did.
Which one? About what?
The one where I got stuck on a rock.
Stuck on the pillar in Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
So, because the point with that is not, oh, look at the game, it's more of a game design commentary in a funny way. Right? And
for sure, yeah.
But by the way, that was so crushing because I spent a week, I don't want to say weeks, but I spent like a week editing that video and writing the script and making sure that it's all nice and polished. And then it gets like 200 views and I'm like, okay. I make a 6 seconds video and it gets like 3k views in a day.
Yeah.
So it's soul crushing because
To be
I
fair,
love these.
it's a long video, so people are less inclined to click especially if they're looking for really short content. And then on top of that, it's about a game that no one cares about.
True.
Doesn't mean
Yeah,
the content
true.
isn't good, but those are just what it is.
You're right, and I hope that the next one that I'm taking out, like the one that I told you that it's gonna be like an hour total. I hope that one does better because it's on a popular game.
Yeah.
I mean, semi-popular game, and it's obviously I'm gonna split it into parts so that maybe each video is like 30 minutes max. Because I feel like that's the sweet spot where you capture the people who are willing to spend time on watching your stuff for a while.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna release a second part, and I think I had a big argument with myself about this today of like, because I genuinely don't know if it's better to just make one full video, even if it's an hour,
Yeah.
or if it's better to just split it. I think I'll split it for now. I think because thinking about it myself, I don't think I would watch. I don't think I'd click on it. I think I would watch it. I don't think I'd click on it though, because like I'm sitting at, in the morning and I've got like 30 minutes before work. I'm not gonna click on a 1 hour video because I'm not gonna be able to finish it. So
I do, because I just go back to it and finish it later.
you can do that, yeah.
Depends on the content.
Yeah, because it's also so hard to pick up some stuff. For me, at least, personally.
To be fair, the long content I'm talking about is always a podcast, so it's very easy to just go back in because you're right back. You're like, oh, I remember where we are in the conversation. It keeps going. So, but when it's
A podcast is different. Yeah, I do that with podcasts all the time.
Yeah, if it's a gameplay video, yeah, I think you're right. I think I would have to, yeah.
Yeah, and what I'm making now is more of a, I don't know. It's like a recreation of events. I don't want to spoil anything. But it's, yeah. I mean, it's not something unique or anything like that, but it is something that it's the first time that I'm doing it. And I've already been working on this technically for a few months because I don't want it to, I want to have my regular upload schedule and have this, but this is a lot of work. Like just writing the script took me a week. And I mean, it's not amazing, it's just long. I mean, I hope it's amazing. I hope people like it. But it's also a bit more serious because a lot of my other content is a lot of sort of ADHD infused kind of writing. Whereas this is more relaxed, sit down, grab some popcorn and just enjoy this for a while. Because I want to make stuff for me, because if I make stuff for me and other me's like it, then in the future, all I need to focus is satisfying myself, and that's how then I'll know that what I like is what my audience likes, so then I don't have to struggle for content.
Yeah, and it might feel like it takes longer, but it's the only way to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I hate the fact that a 60 seconds video will pull like so much more views, whereas a long video that I spend so much more time on will be like so much worse. Especially the satisfactory video, because I did spend 2 weeks on editing that video, just editing it. Because I spent so much time on like making sure that it flows and it looks good, and even though the audio for that is recorded on my phone in my car in the middle of the street with people passing. So I look like a lunatic.
Classic.
And I genuinely love that video. Like sometimes I'll rewatch it myself, just because I think I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with it. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. But I spent so much time on it and no one watched it. So it's so shit. I have so many ideas for like long form content. It's just I'm struggling to figure out how to make it pop. I guess it's something that comes with like an audience and persistence and whatnot, but yeah. Hopefully one day I'll figure it out. Yeah. So did you think of any topics?
Well, I've just been Googling, like, I want to get a quiet keyboard, but I think I'm coming to the conclusion that you can't have a good mechanical keyboard with nice switches that don't make a lot of noise.
True.
It's just not possible. And membrane, even if you get a really nice one, I don't think it lasts as long, and it probably has worse latency. And
I don't know
feels
about
worse.
that. Like, I have 2 keyboards on my desk right now, a mechanical and a membrane.
Yeah, but you're not a gamer, so I don't really trust you.
Yeah, I am. What are you talking about? Way more than you are.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
What? Okay. What competitive games are you playing then, mate?
Valorant. League.
League of Legends doesn't count. Valorant counts.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's about it, to be honest. But
yeah, same. I'm like playing Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is probably the only competitive shooter I'm playing.
Yeah, I also play a lot of Legends of Runeterra, but it's a card game, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to count that one then.
Yeah, no, but I do love it and play it competitively. Which, actually, that might be a video idea.
Oh!
You know, I genuinely have like all of my video ideas planned out until the 15th of December.
Oh, so we're just not going to do Don't Starve Together? Okay, that's fine.
No, that's part of it.
When?
Hold on, let me open this. December 24th. Oh, sorry, November. 24th of November. I've planned it in.
Jesus Christ. How do you have a schedule? I got to have a schedule for making music, but the problem is making music is so unbelievably hard that you can't just plan it.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, I get that. I need to have a schedule if I want to be able to do long form content.
Yeah. No, I think you're doing great. I think it's amazing that you schedule it, because I would like to get to that point where I'm just consistent with it, but it's tough. At least I think with the video, at least it's a little bit more systematic. It's still extremely like creative, and you have to just make something out of literally nothing. But at least the process itself can be a little bit more organized.
Well, yeah, I'll like have an idea. I'll put it in I'll schedule it in. Then, like, I'll write the script, which especially for the 60-second ones, it's hard to organize it. It's really hard to actually like take a big game and summarize it in 60 seconds and also make it funny.
Yeah.
Because with my content, it's not just like me telling you what the game is for 60 seconds. For my Valorant video, if you've never played Valorant and the first piece of content you see is my video, you will have no idea what the game is.
Yeah.
Because it's just me fucking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And same with the Starfield one, but so it is really hard to fit it into 60 seconds. But the script will usually take me a day.
Yeah.
A day or two of work. But I mean, I also have a main job, and I have chores, and I have other responsibilities. So that's why I really need a schedule. And then voice recording will usually, like for the 6 seconds one, it will take me like 30 minutes. That's a piece of cake.
Yeah. But
then editing will usually take me 2 or 3 days, even though it's just 60 seconds. I like to put quite a bit of editing, and that adds up. And especially with editing, I still struggle with because I need to figure out what kind of fonts I'm gonna need. Download the fonts, install the fonts. Well, now the fonts don't work in Sony Vegas, so I need to restart it, do this. Then find new graphics, add the graphics to there. Find a good song for that moment. Download it. Wait for the download to finish. Put it in there. Oh, now none of it kind of works. Now I kind of have to go back. But if I change this bit in the back, I need to change everything else.
Sheesh.
It quickly becomes a mess.
Yeah.
And for the longer videos, I need genuinely weeks of editing for them.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a full-time job, I feel like I would be able to pump out one 60-second and one full video a week.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
That's very different to music, I find. I find that
Completely, yeah.
90% of my time is me loading up the program. I try to make a melody for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I give up and I close it. Like, I do that constantly, and then I find one good sample. I know what, like, I plan out the entire song. Like, I know where this would fit, and then I basically crack out the song in a few hours, and then I kind of just hit a wall again. But yeah, I have to get that initially good idea. How does that even
work? How do you come up with?
Well, I haven't got any musical talent, so for me, I'm literally just sat there looking through samples until I get one, and then I'm not just I don't want to just rip off a sample either. So I think you can either take a sample and make it your own, and it could be a main focal point of the song, and I'm talking about a meaningful sample like a main instrument or a main melody or like a main synth, and make it your own, and then you can have other peripheral sounds like effects and all that don't, you know what I mean? You're not really stealing. No one's really going to notice that you're using the same effects. Or you have a bunch of pre-made sounds, like in that drum and bass one I showed you with the choir and shit.
Mm-hmm.
When you have multiple, like, you're not really, people might recognize some of the samples, but because you've got so many working together in a specific way, it's interesting enough that you can kind of get away with kind of keeping the samples how they were when you first got them, and the song still being unique. But I feel like there's two ways. But for me, I just suck. I literally I can make drums, I think. But I haven't figured out sub bass at all. It's a goddamn disaster.
How long have you been doing music now for?
Since the lockdown. Very casually. I'm not like working music every day. I literally have months where I don't use it. So I'm not very consistent at all. But
well, yes. The intro and the outro that you did were absolutely amazing. And for those who don't know, obviously the intro and the outro are made by this man right here.
Yeah, it was so difficult though, because I literally had to like take a sample, right, put it in, put a kick and a snare on it, put some percussion on it, done. I know it was difficult, but I fucking pulled it off.
Oh right, I for a second there I thought you were. I was like, what the fuck is he on about?
Yeah, it's very difficult. No, it's tough. It took me no. How long did it take me? Probably like. The thing about music is every time I go make music, I lose track of time.
Yeah.
So I've never known how. It probably takes me ages. It probably took me an hour total to make both. Probably a bit under. Because it's more like you just sit there, my brain is just sat there thinking what it's gonna sound like, and then me making something, and then and every time you hear it back, you're like, that's shit. Then you change it a little bit, you go, that's still shit. You change it a bit, okay, that's terrible, get rid of it. And it's just that. It's 99% of the time you're failing and you're upset with what you're making, and then you get one good thing, and then you try and milk it. The one good thing that you've made, the one good thing in the song, and you're trying to make other stuff as good as that, but you can't. But you've made one slightly good thing, and then that's normally what I build the song around. And then, but yeah, it's just like hitting your head against a brick wall until you eventually make something good. And it's tough.
I get it, because I can't even imagine, like, because you said something about, you know, imagining how it's going to sound. How the fuck do you even imagine how something's going to sound?
So I think some people have that ability. I don't think I do. For me, the best way I found to make music is to just listen to a sample that's in that genre or in that kind of vibe, and then if the sample is good enough, I'm already thinking about where it would go in a song and what drums would go to that, or if I hear a certain set of drums. Actually, it always is the other way around. I always have to find melodies or melodic or atmospheric stuff. When I hear drums, I kind of, if I hear a drum loop, for example, so pre-made set of drums, it's like got the percussion, it's got the kick and the snare. Very rare. And I was saying that drum and bass ones are quite quite powerful when you listen to them, I guess. But yeah, it's always melody stuff because I suck at making melodies. I got no clue. I don't know how to make something in key. Well, the only thing I know is that if it's the root note, no, that's not even right. I'm not even going to say because it's wrong.
I don't even know. Like you're saying, like root note, and so I don't even like.
I think. Anyway, I think I can hear something and tell if it's in key or not, and you can just kind of tell. That's basically how I do it. You can just if you put a note in that isn't in key, you can tell immediately. Like it's like, okay, that's not in key, and then you just move it up or down. And it also depends on the sample and the song, but yeah, it's strange. It's really strange.
It sounds really difficult, but I want to say that I'm really proud of you. Obviously I say I'm proud of you, like I did anything, but I'm proud of you in terms of like, you know how many people start with a hobby and then they drop it within a month, and you've stuck through this for like 3 years now almost.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah.
And you've gotten better because I think I heard some of your stuff at like was it like 21, but like that stuff and what you do now is for one longer and better, and it's like it's actual music. Like
is I wouldn't say actual music yet, but it's way closer for sure.
It's actual music. Like some of your stuff is
a full track. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's got like a beginning and end.
Right. Yeah. Before you only used to do like the intros, then you'd get to the beat and then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you get to where well that's the thing.
Me.
Yeah, I do appreciate that because like when I first started, I got into the program, had no idea how to use it. I'd be in there for like a few minutes and then I'd just close it, and then the next day, open it again, get in, click a few things, but it's too complex, close it. It would be honestly it's like literal baby steps, and then eventually I got to this point. So I'm happy with where I've come from and how much I've improved. But man, splice samples, shout out. That's the goat. It's just where you get all these samples, and the best thing is that artists that I listen to at least release packs of their sounds on it as well. So not that I'm ever going to use. Anyway, it's great.
When are you releasing it on Spotify?
Oh well, the problem is, I'm not happy with the mixing of the song, and the problem with mixing is it probably takes years of experience to get good at it, and also
I feel like you need more feedback though. Like you need like people to tell you like.
I would literally need someone to train. That's the problem. Is I would need someone to fucking train me how to like. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I don't even know the process of it. I don't even know where to begin or like what.
And that's the problem is there isn't one. You can get a song.
That's great.
You can get a piece of music to perfect status through any software, through any plugins or tools. You just have to know how to use the tools. So yeah, you can't just buy a plugin and make your music sound good. It just doesn't work like that. There are some plugins that are probably better, or some synths, so like using Serum to make sims is probably just better. But I'm just trying to find that track right now, my only good track right now, and I can't fucking find it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, when I first heard your music, there was one track that I remember that you made that I genuinely like listened to like in the background stuff. Like I would play it a few times, and I was like, and I remember showing it to my girlfriend, and she's like, "Damn, that's really good." I was like, "I know, yeah, I know, right?" Like,
was it
I wouldn't remember. That
I
was
can't
like
describe
21. It was.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about because you did say it was good. I think I do know the one. It was like a rhythm track, so it was 150 BPM. It was like dubstep one.
I don't even know what those things.
They I don't know. That's what they call a genre. I don't really call music by genres anyway. I don't like doing that. But
yeah, and it sounded. But then there's some stuff that you do that are like, meh, you know.
Yeah, it's always the problem is I don't get an idea, but I have no idea how to execute and finish it.
But what I wanted to say was, from back then to now, more of your stuff.
Because I think it's better, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, more of your stuff is better, more consistently. And sometimes, for the audience out there, I'll be sitting at my desk and I'll get a random email from him with just a track, and I'll be like, oh, what's this now? And it's like a loot box, you know. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's all right. But your stuff has consistently been getting better, and I think that's what matters with any craft, because this is a craft. Like, you're perfecting your craft, and it is getting better. I really want you to know that it is getting better.
Yeah, and I do agree. Normally I would be like, oh no, it's not, but I factually it has gotten better. But yeah, it's about kind of just you just got, if you want to achieve anything in life, you just need to give up. It all depends on how much time you give something. That is it. That is fundamentally the only thing that matters. How much time are you willing to give to something? And if you want something, do it every day. And if you're not willing to put in the work every single day, then don't expect anything.
Those are wise words.
Yeah. And I don't do it every day, and I'm terrible. So, don't listen to what I have to say.
Did you notice what you just did?
Yeah.
Did you?
What did I just do? Contradict myself?
You just did a topic.
Oh, very funky.
You see, you could have done it. Yeah, it's your first topic. Well done.
What was it? What was the music?
Yeah, your music.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Okay.
You have it somewhere in you. You've given me energy now with your passion.
Oh,
because you're genuinely passionate about it.
Bro, you know what? It genuinely inspires me when we talk about diet as well. I just need to just put down the carbs forever. Just never pick them back up again. Every time I eat them,
that's difficult.
I'm upset and it feels bad. And music's hard though, because it's very mood dependent. But I also agree with what people say is that, I don't know about you with YouTube videos, there's no such thing as like writer's block. You either just push through it and get on the other side of it, or you give up. There's no such thing as like, I'm just not really in the mood today. It's like, no, you
gotta do it.
Yeah, you either So it's like
almost everything that I do has like 3 scripts. Because the first one isn't really a script. It's just like me giving like an objective view of whatever it is, and no matter how dumb something is, I'll just write it down. Yeah. And then eventually, I don't know how it works, but eventually I'll have like an idea and a sort of flow.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. I think that's a good note to end on.
I think that's good. It was a bit messy, but I think we got the point across.
Yeah. I wish I could shout out your Spotify channel here.
Oh.
But eventually you get that then.
How about we set a goal? End of this month, I upload a song.
A track, one.
Yeah. I assume it's going to be this track I'm looking at right now. It's probably the best one. To Spotify. Yeah, and well, if it lets me, and SoundCloud. I'll do SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify all at the same time, if possible.
So end of this month is the 30th of September. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we can talk about it on the 1st of.
And even if that just makes me work on the track any more than I already have, it's a win. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's do it. Cool. All right. I hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you next Monday.
See ya.
All right. Bye.